Alright guys, today we're on Thompson's house, which if you might know, is one of the maps that got reworked in the most recent mid-chapter patch. It's a lot more balanced for killer. So as usual, I start by waiting for Whispers to turn on. I try to go to the tractor to get a better view of the area. I hear the Meg break the totem on the side of the tractor, and I hear her running towards me. So I be sure to stay hidden while stalking her, and I think that she's going to start repairing the shack gen. So I creep up there unseen to finish off the stalk. So I see two people upstairs, and I try to see if it's possible to stalk from the side. But it turns out that I actually have to go to the top. But it's not a really good spot for stalking because you have to get really close to them in order to stalk. So I decide to go upstairs and hide in the corner and wait for them to finish the gen, where they'll come out and then I can stalk them more easily. This might not be the best spot. I could hide in some other corner, but it still somehow managed to work. And I hear the other person open the chest upstairs, so I try to get him. And then I hear him drop down. At this point, he already made a lot of distance on me, so I just abandoned the chase. And I see someone in that little tile up ahead. I'd be sure to get rid of the pallet. Or get it thrown at least. When you're on stairs, it's not as easy to avoid the flashlight because you can't really look down. So I just turn to the side. So he throws the pallet here, but it's still possible to get people like this as a regular M1 killer. I end up getting stuck here, but I still managed to get him. Most players tend to camp the pallets when it's already thrown at that particular loop, so it's good to double back and get them from an angle where they least expect. So I see scratch marks to the right, and I attempt to do a bait stalk here by marking him completely to draw out other people, but it's already unnecessary because he already got saved by someone. So I get some stock on the other guy repairing the gen, and I go back to the unhooker. Using save the best for last helps me snowball more easily. So she ended up going in the locker here, and I don't know why. I didn't expect that. But it ended up costing me as I lose my stun almost instant. or lose my stock, my stealth, almost instantly. She doesn't fall for the moonwalk there, so it makes it a little more difficult, but I still end up getting her here. And I know that they're in the corner of the map, so I go back to them because I know I can get a hit here. Somehow he ended up getting stuck here for some reason, but I had saved the best for last, so I probably would have gotten him anyway. Save the best for last is a really good snowball perk, and it's actually a really good perk on Ghostface, who doesn't generally have a lot of snowdown potential. At least not as much as other killers. And I assume they'd try to go around the hill to get the save, because I saw some scratch marks, but that didn't seem to be the case. The Meg probably went in the locker again, but for some reason I didn't consider it at the time. And I see these scratch marks, so it leads me to this injured person going for the unhook, and I attempt to snowball again. And I see the two of them on separate gens. So I try to sneak up on him here. This is actually a bad attempt by me, because a survivor doing the gen would still be able to see me, but he seemed more focused on committing to the gen rather than trying to escape. The third person point of view for survivors is actually really wide, and you can get seen from places you normally won't expect, and the guy ends up jumping off the hook. That Meg probably jumped in the locker again, but I see the Jake here, so it's an easy down. And I know they're gonna go for the hook save, so I attempt to cut him off here. I didn't know if there was anyone else nearby, but I try to make sure just in case. Plus he's already almost dead, so there's no sense in just leaving the hook. And that Adam should have picked him up years ago, but somehow he didn't, and it results in me getting an easy down here. So there you go. One thing to remember is to try to avoid contesting difficult to reach gens. Sometimes it's better to just let the gen finish and get people that are coming out away from the gen. Be careful when you do this though. Try to determine first if the gen is not worth defending. Well, that's all for now. I'll see you in the next one.